Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It has been a hot minute, but a lot of things kind of happened the end of February, the beginning of March. I have a post on my Instagram page. It's linked down below if you want to go in and check out. It's not super in depth, but it does explain where I've been and why I haven't been posting. But basically I was traveling, and then had family emergencies, several things that happened, and I kind of neglected Poshmark just because of that. And so the end of February was okay. It definitely went a lot better than I expected. And the first week of March has been going all right as well. So I didn't do a single February what sold video, and I just felt like there was, there wasn't a whole lot of amazing sales that I had that would equate to a whole video dedicated to the February recap. So we're going to go over just my basic numbers as well as my top 3 sales. And yeah, so it's going to be pretty brief as far as talking about February, but then we're going to go into March's numbers for the first week, the 1st through the 5th, and then we're going to get back on track so I can do one every single week. So if you guys are excited about that, make sure to hit subscribe and hit the bell so you're notified every time that I put out a video, and let's go ahead and get started. All right, so I did want to just showcase 3 of my best, highest sales for February, and I did have 3 of them, so I wanted to show you guys what they were. I'm going to move over, so of course, like normal, I can put the pictures right here. So I'm not going to go into super detail like I normally do, but my highest sale was this Dooney and Burke red pebble leather shoulder purse with a matching wallet. I found this at a garage sale. I think it ended up equaling out to like $3 or something like that, but I actually only paid $8 for the set, and they sold for $58. And then my next highest was this pair of Rock Revival jeans. I found this at the same sale that I found the Dooney and Burke. It was like a random neighborhood garage sale, and I think January at the beginning of February, and these 2 items were definitely good pickups. I think I picked this up for $1. All the clothes were $1. So again, it equaled out to, I think, somewhere between $1 and $3, but I ended up selling these for $47. Then my third highest sale for February was this pair of Hoka 1-1 tennis shoes. I found these at the Salvation Army. I believe it was on half sale day. So every Wednesday they do half price clothing, but then typically they also do half price shoes that day as well. And I believe I picked these up on that day. So I believe I probably would have paid either $4.50 or $9 for them. I believe it was the $4.50, but I paid that price for it, and I sold them for $45. So they were really close in tying with the Rock Revivals, but I have sold a pair of Hoka 1-1s before. These were actually close to my size, and I had contemplated keeping them, and I was going to try them on and see how I liked them, but they sold before I could do that. But you know what? I'd rather have the money. So just to recap for February, total gross sales that I had for Poshmark was $1,266, which definitely surprised me. One, because again, I was absent so much during the month of February, and even when I was home, I was exhausted and I didn't do anything really for Poshmark. I barely shared during the month, and then I listed maybe 10 days out of the month. So it definitely surprised me that I had that much in sales and that I sold 63 items. I think that was only about like 10 or 15 less than January, which was the month that I hit my goal of net profiting $1,000. But yeah, so it was just kind of weird just being able to get that much sales when not doing much. I don't know if I don't know. I don't know if the algorithm just liked me. I'm not really sure, because typically, again, you will see an increase in sales when you share consistently and then when you list consistently. But so after all of my cost of goods, Poshmark fees, all of that, my net sales and profit was $814.36, which again was a really good month. It was only, I think, what, $180 less than what I made net in January. So I was pretty happy with that for not putting much work into Poshmark. And then when you equal that out, my average sales price was actually $20.10. So I did sell quite a few, like on the higher end. Normally, like with my older items, I try to get them out, and usually they go for pretty inexpensive prices. But I think in February, I did sell quite a few newer items. And so I was sticking to the price that I wanted for them, and I wasn't ready to just give them away, basically. So yeah, February was a good month. And at the end of February, beginning of March, I told myself for March, I am digging back in. I am building our next house with my husband. And so there's a lot of expenses that come with that as far as down payment. We have to get the house fenced when it's done because we do have a dog. Lots of just little things, moving, stuff like that. So definitely want to try and get as much from Poshmark as I can over the next few months. They haven't actually started building yet. We had a lot of weird weather here, but hopefully this next month they will start breaking ground and everything. And so we're hoping to move in September or October. So I'm trying to get as much sold as possible and bring in that dough. So I'm going to do March 1st through the 5th as far as sales for the first week of March, and that should get us back on track. And the first week of March went pretty good. I was actually on vacation for the first few days and then had a family emergency the next few days. So I again didn't share very much, and I didn't list that much, but for the past few days I've been listing consistently and sharing pretty consistently, at least more than I did in February. So I'm excited to see where March will go. But to start off the 1st of March, I had 3 sales. First was this Torrid birch pair of flip-flops. They didn't have a size on them, so I just had to measure them and try to compare. I believe it did have a size on the underneath part of the strap at one point, but it had rubbed off. They were in a little rough condition, just the pattern. It had been worn so much that some areas of the pattern on the flip-flop were just coming off. So I ended up selling them for $13. My cost of goods was $2 at a garage sale, and I believe my mom actually picked these up at a garage sale, and at that time she wasn't selling on Poshmark, so she just gave them to me. And then my profit was $8.05 after fees and cost of goods, and it took 54 days to sell. Then I sold this Patagonia men's gray quarter zip pullover. Now I did sell this for a little bit less than what I was wanting to. However, once I got home and I was taking pictures, I noticed it's kind of like a fleece pullover, and there were several just patches where the fleece material had like almost been shaved. It was very weird. So I did note that. I sold it for $24 along with a shipping discount. My cost of goods was only $4.99. Chris found this at a Goodwill, and it was kind of like the Patagonia right here was not their normal Patagonia. It just was written out and it didn't have the logo, so I don't think they realized what it was. So I only paid $4.99 for it at Goodwill, so my profit was $11.75, and it did take 46 days to sell. The last thing I sold on the 1st was this pair of Torrid raw hem jean denim shorts. These sold for $12. My cost of goods was $2.25 at a garage sale, so my profit was only $6.80, but they sold in 115 days. They were definitely older, and I was excited to clear them out. I have a bin that is full of jeans and jean shorts and jean material things. And it just kind of, those type of things gravitated towards there in the beginning when I first started reselling, and it is heavy and I am desperate to get rid of jeans. So if you're looking for some jeans, check out my Poshmark closet. Link is down below, and send me a good offer, or like it and told me you saw this video and I will send you a good offer. So I didn't have any sales on the 2nd, but on the 3rd, I had one sale, but it was a 5-item bundle. So the 5-item bundle had a Torrid black dagger heart top. However, it did have a small hole on the front. I did disclose that. My cost of goods, that took 109 days to sell. Then there was this Maurice's jean jacket, and it took 240 days to sell. Whew. And then there were 3 Maurice's cardigans that I did get from a friend. Alex, if you're seeing this, hi. And she has lost a bunch of weight and she went through her clothes and she gave it to me to sell. And so I did associate a little bit of cost to that because I do want to split the profit with her. So I think, I don't know, something like $3 to $4 on each of these. But they were all the same cardigan, just 3 different colors, black, mint, and gray. So those all only took 2 days to sell. So there's 5 items in the bundle. It sold for $55. My total cost of goods was $15.25. So I did only make $28.75 on this, but I got to sell 3 items for a friend of mine. And those other 2 items have been in my closet for a while, so I was happy to see them go. So on the 4th, I had 2 sales, one of them being a 2-item bundle. So in that bundle, I sold this pair of Torrid relaxed boot jeans I got at Goodwill. It took 100 days to sell. And this Maurice's gray hooded top, which also came from my friend Alex, and that took 13 days to sell. So in total, the bundle sold for $35. My cost of goods that I associated with her item and then my actual cost of goods of the pair of jeans was $12.49. So I made $15.51 profit after fees and cost of goods. And then the other item that sold on the 4th was this pair of Free People black raw hem jeans. They had a button fly, super cute, but they were definitely a smaller size. They did sell for $18. My cost of goods was $2.67 at a Goodwill. And so my profit was $11.73, but they took 104 days to sell, so I was happy to see them go, as I was with several other items in this video. On the 5th and the final day that we'll be going over in this video, I sold 4 items. So this first item was blank NYC crop girlfriend jeans. Now I did get those accepted today and they got delivered to the buyer. However, the note from the buyer said that she had clarified that they were 26 regular or plus size instead of regular, and they were just regular 26. They were smaller size, definitely not plus size. So I was kind of looking into this because I've noticed on a lot of the items that I have marked as plus size, it'll say say it's a plus size 22. It'll say plus 22, or let's say 25, plus 25. And then on a regular one, it'll just say 25. So do you guys see that a lot on your Poshmark? If there is a differentiation whenever you're like a buyer is looking at those items, because I don't necessarily say in my description that it's plus size, because I feel like since I already mark it in the plus size section of sizings, it's noted for the buyer to see. But let me know what you guys see on your Poshmark end. So these did sell for $13. My cost of goods was $3.99 at Goodwill. So I did only make $6.15, but again, another pair of jeans gone, and this took 134 days to sell. Then I sold a pair of Lululemon pants. Now, y'all are gonna probably freak when I say this. I sold these for $12. Hold up here. Let me explain something about this pair of pants. I picked these up and they were not what you consider vintage Lululemon, but they were definitely the older Lululemon. They had the where you could write your name on the inside label. So they were definitely older. And when I purchased them, I didn't think to check this just because I just didn't think to. And the elastic had completely given out. It was completely dead. It wouldn't stretch. It was stiff. And I was like, oh, well, I really don't want to just redonate these. I want to see if anyone would be willing to purchase them, even if I just make my money back and don't make anything. So I sold these for $12. Then my cost of goods was $5.35 at Goodwill. And my profit was only $3.70. But hey, I made my money back and I made a little bit more, which, you know. Now, I bought these probably 6-7 months ago, but because of the condition, it took me forever to list them. So I just listed them 2 months ago. So it actually only took 64 days to sell from the time that I listed them, but not from the time that I purchased them. So note to self, always check the waistband. Then the last 2 items I sold were by the same brand, just sold to different people. The first was this The first was this Life is Good green biking shirt. It was a men's shirt. It sold for $11. My cost of goods was 63 cents at a Goodwill outlet. And so my profit was $7.42. It did take 86 days to sell. And the second item was, again, Life is Good brand, but this was a red, it had like an American flag on it, V-neck shirt. It was women's. It sold for $11, as well as the other one. Cost of goods, though, on this one was $2 at a consignment store. And so my profit was $6.05, and it took 44 days to sell. So in total for the first week of March, my gross sales was $204. I sold 15 items, which I thought was pretty good. That 5-item bundle definitely helped on that. That was a third of the items that I sold. But my net profit was $105.91, which means my average sale price was only $13.60. But if you notice on here, definitely a lot lower price sales, but they were also a little bit cheaper of brands, and I was clearing a lot of older stuff out. So I'm happy with that, and I'm excited to see what the next couple weeks of March do. I definitely did a lot of thrifting when we were traveling, and so I have a lot of new things going up in my Poshmark closet. So again, the link is down below if you want to check anything out. Definitely send me a message if you saw me on YouTube or Instagram, and I will make sure to send you a really good deal. And we will get to see every week this month what sells for me. I do have a couple of other video ideas that I'm working on, as well as a sneak peek collaboration that's going to come out at the beginning of April that I'm working on this month with a few wonderful ladies that I've collabed with before. And so be on the lookout for that. Don't forget to hit the like button as you're leaving. It is super quick and definitely helps out the video, and I will see you guys next time.